I've instructed her family to stop all contact with me for a while. I told them when I'm ready, I will tell them. They're close, so I can't cut them out of my life completely, but I will never talk to them about my soon-to-be ex and have told them to never mention her to me again. Welcome back to They Did What? Your source for the internet's craziest, most entertaining stories where I go over them, analyze them, and most certainly make fun of them. Today, I'm going to be doing part 5 to the very popular story titled Special Forces Squad Goes Full Armageddon After Finding Out All Their Wives Were Cheating. And guys, like I said before, this story has truly been one of the most unique stories I've ever done. And the response I've got from you guys has been amazing. You guys have truly enjoyed it, and you guys have been there with your comments and support for this guy. It's been great. And I got to tell you, when I did the video yesterday, I thought I was wrapping it up for a while. And then after I published it, a bunch of you guys commented saying, hey, the guy posted an update. So, got up this morning. I'm up early, if you can kind of tell by the way it looks around me right now. And I decided to run out and film this video now, get it started for a Sunday morning. So we're going to pick up where it left off. Now, as a quick recap, even though you guys are pretty familiar with what's going on. Again, this is the guy. He's in the military. He's 36 years old, been married for like 10 years. He's known his wife since they were little kids because they were next door neighbors, close to the family. Anyhow, one day, he was at a barbecue with his squad. He's in the Special Forces. Went over to his house and overheard his wife and all the other wives talking about their affairs. Turns out every single wife, so the dudes that are in his squad, were cheating on their husbands. Every time they'd be deployed and in harm's way, and God knows where in the world, they were out effing Chad and Tyrone everywhere. And so, as you can imagine, as you all recall, it really hurt the guy. He broke down, but then he cooled off, pulled himself together, told all his bros, and after a lot of alcohol and emotions, they formed a plan to essentially take them all out in terms of divorce, not the other way. And these guys handled it like a bunch of bosses. These guys are like the fucking A-team for getting revenge, you know? Anyhow, and the story went on all about him, the friends, how they laid the things out, how they got what they wanted with the divorces, and also the emotional roller coaster this guy was going through that any guy would go through in terms of finding out the person you love the most was betraying you for years. And essentially, he's done, he's moving on. And she also, his ex, tried to off herself. And in my opinion, it was a last-ditch effort to try to get him back into life, which didn't work. And it ended with him writing a letter to her, pretty much telling her it's over. But then he wrote something which I disagreed with, pretty much saying, basically, if you get your shit together and redeem yourself, maybe down the road we'll have another chance. Well, I think that was a moment of weakness, and obviously I don't think he really meant it. But anyhow, we're going to pick up on where he's going now, what's going on with him, also a few things about her and all that, because the guy's out on the road to recovery. You know, he had the crazy story, the plan of attack, and now it's about a man starting over. And plenty of guys, just like you guys watching this now, have had periods in their lives, I wouldn't say like this, but maybe a cheating spouse or someone died, and you got to start over, and you can do it with the support of your family, your friends, the loved ones, and that drive not to give up. So, I've said enough. Getting into it, he says here, update number 8, positive developments. He says, hey everyone. It's been a week since my last update, and a lot of people have messaged me showing me their support and love. Honestly, that helps a lot. So I thought I should write an update about what else has been happening since then and a few new developments. For one, some people are confused as to what I meant that our pensions are safe because me and my soon-to-be ex have been married for more than 10 years. And yes, according to military rules, if you're married for more than 10 years, then you have to give 50% to your ex no matter what the reasons are that messed up the rule. And that is a messed up rule. Yeah, okay, 10 years together, and you have to give half your pension to your ex, even if she's the one that caused the divorce for effing every dude in town? That is fucking bullshit. However, this guy handles it in the right way. He says, the only one who crossed the 10-year mark is me. 4 of us are protected. I instead paid the soon-to-be ex in a lump sum in exchange for relinquishing all rights to my pension. I took a bit of financial hit, but honestly, I have saved a lot. Yeah, if you can give her an amount now, even though it's bullshit, a certain amount now, but you know you're going to make way more down the road, and you can obviously adjust for cost of living adjustments and inflation and all that, that's the best way to go. You take a hit in the short term, both money-wise and emotionally, but okay, you're free of her. Out of 6 of us, 5 are married. 1 is single, but that's because he was cheated on by his girlfriend when he just joined us, so it was years ago. As for me, my brother is a very successful businessman. He has his fingers in a lot of pies, and my mom gave him a lot of inheritance and assets left behind by my dad when I became 20 years old. My brother convinced me to invest in business with him rather than wasting it. So that's just what I did. I became a partner with him in a few ventures. That initial investment exploded and made quite a nest egg. Awesome. What I tell you all, you guys, particularly in the other channel, about start investing young. Now, he invested in his brother's business, and I have cautioned many of you in my other channel about doing business with family. Usually that is not a very good way to go on multiple fronts, whether it's investing with them, becoming business partners with them, having your business give their business. You get my point. But this is a situation where it worked out well, so good for him. Start investing young, guys. I even convinced 2 of my buddies to invest as well. I never touched the money from it. I only kept reinvesting all the profits. The only time I took profit was when I bought my house. In other words, reinvesting the dividends. So where you go. I wanted to become an engineer. It's one of my passions, but college is ridiculously expensive these days, and I didn't want to hurt my savings. I also knew that I'd be at least 24 when I graduate and then start a career, which would be uncertain. I really wanted to start a family by then. So I joined the military and hoping to join the engineering corps, but instead I got scouted by the JSOC, met up with my brothers, and bought the house. They were already living in that community. A year later, my soon-to-be ex moved in with me, and in a year we got married. It says it was also her idea to keep our finances separated because she wanted a career of her own after college. The only joint accounts we had were for vacation savings, emergencies, groceries, and maintenance. Well, you know what? Her idea about having the separate finances, that worked out for this guy quite well. I've told you guys plenty of times on videos here, as well as my other channel, keep your finances separate. You have your bank account. She has her bank account or investment accounts. Your paycheck or your business profits goes to yours. Same thing with hers. And maybe you have a joint account just for mutual expenses. That's it, nothing more. Do not pour all your money into one account that she can have full access to and everyone. Plenty of guys have had themselves destroyed in that process. And do not have credit cards that are your name, your account, your credit card account with her having a card, because she could rack that thing up. And there's other things, but just this worked out well in his favor. Anyway, currently we are in Texas and have been deployed on training and instructing new recruits. It has kept us busy, and we are honestly enjoying it. Our CO even called it a paid vacation. We are currently discussing if we should just request a permanent transfer here, but that won't be fair to our single buddy and our CO. But we are thinking about it. Our single buddy said if we decide to move, he will move with us. Our CO told us that he can make it happen. We have the rank, so it's relatively easy. I said a few times in the other videos, I think it'd be probably a good idea for him to get out of there. That he sells his house and moves on. Some of you guys were like, hey, maybe you can just form a business, an LLC, rent out that house. That's an idea, but I think under the circumstances, that house is going to be just a a reminder of what happened. It might be easy just to sell it and move on. But I think it'd probably be good for this guy to get out of there. I really do. Yesterday, we had a great barbecue dinner at a buddy's family home. He's from Texas originally and had a lot of fun with his family. So yeah, we're thinking of moving here. I will probably sell that house because there's a lot of pain there and it hurts too much to call it my home and buy a good suburb house here. There you go. As for my soon-to-be ex, I've instructed her family to stop all contact with me for a while. I told them when I'm ready, I will tell them. They are close, so I can't cut them out of my life completely. But I'll never talk to them about my soon-to-be ex and have told them to never mention her to me again. Good. Keep it that way. I know in the last video, at one point, he was writing that long letter to her. You all remember that, and pretty much saying, you need to get your shit together. You need to make amends for everything you did and on the path to redemption, all that. Because this guy is also trying to move on and clear his soul, and he wants to forgive her. You ain't got to forget what happened, because you can't go walk around hating your heart, otherwise they win. And then he mentioned something about, as you recall, because I definitely was like, what? about maybe, just maybe, something could happen down the road if you pretty much get your shit together, which I was like, no. Move on. Wants to cheat always a cheater. She's never going to respect you if you take her back. Move on. And hopefully he sticks to that. Anyway, I'll probably go quiet for a while from here. There isn't much left to say. I will probably update when the divorce is finalized. Well, he most certainly will update, and we will be looking forward to that. So guys, like I said, this was a quick update, but I know you guys are eagerly awaiting any kind of details with this dude and what's going on with his life and his bros. So there you go. He's doing well. He's on the path to recovery. So are his buddies. So that's good to hear. Now, real quick, there were a couple of guys that had some questions and comments in the comment section, which he responded, so I figured you want to hear this. One guy says here, selling that house sounds like a good plan, and you should even throw away that last letter of your soon-to-be ex for no pain shopping. No contact is the way to go, definitely. Permanently for the soon-to-be ex, and distance from her family as much as possible. Recovery is not linear progress, but always have faith in a better tomorrow. And hey man, it's never too late to do the university and take that diploma and fulfill your dream. Rather, you definitely should do it. Unlike new engineers, you have experience and an economical foundation to have a better start than most. A new beginning. From what I can see in the news in Texas, it's not really the best place politically speaking, but hey man, as long as I can give you that push forward, it serves. He says, I'm truly so happy that you and your friends are moving on in life with optimism. Never give up on yourself and settle for less. Keep us updated. A brotherly hug from Brazil. These people are awesome. These guys post these stories. They're going through hell, and it's amazing the help they get from dudes all over the world. And the guy who wrote the story responded real quick. He says, I can't do it while I'm still in the service. I will definitely do so when I retire from active deployments, though. Cool. Future as an engineer. Another guy says, great update, and hopefully it will come to be like this for all of you. The only annoying thing is that the ex didn't have the courage to decline that amount the OP had to pay. She doesn't deserve it. She doesn't deserve it. She doesn't deserve one freaking penny of that. But sadly, and notice that he said, I've crossed the 10-year threshold which they can get the money. The rest of them haven't. I got to wonder if she knew that. Seriously. And he responds, he says, well, to be honest, I just put what my lawyer recommended would be fair and affordable to me. I never really discussed it with her lawyer or her directly. She didn't negotiate anything. Also, she tried self-deletion after signing the divorce papers. So yeah, I don't know what to think about that. So far, the only thing her lawyer negotiated with my lawyer was asking to go to MC, marriage counseling, nothing else. She didn't try to make this difficult, thank God. Some of the stories I've read since then about difficult divorces just make my head spin. Yeah, exactly. And I've covered plenty of them. So anyway, guys, a quick update. Nothing, amazing or anything going on, but you guys were very invested in this guy's story, so I figured you guys want to hear it. But anyhow, that is it for today, guys, and that will probably wrap up this video for a little while. I'll go back to my regular crazy shit starting tomorrow. Be sure to comment down below. Let us think about this. Again, any good words of encouragement for this guy in case he happens to read it. You never know. Watch this. You never know. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.